I would say that women actually are more empathetic than men. I
disagree with that, but go ahead.
I feel like women are more empathetic than men, and it's actually harder for men to put themselves in the shoes of other people because they are the ones who see the world through their own point of view, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, most men are. It's really hard for a man.
Who's responsible for the courtship process in the beginning?
In the very beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men.
Okay. So, does a man have to understand women to attract them?
He has to have
and be successful with them?
He has to have some understanding.
Okay. Do women have to understand men to be successful with them?
They have to know what they want. Yeah.
So
they have to have some understanding. Of course, for example, if I know that you have a certain expectation, that's a certain understanding, and my expectations don't align with yours, of course, that
I love how you were able to bring it back to yourself. I asked you, do women have to understand men to attract them?
No.
What you just said actually proves my point. I say all the time, and people get mad at me for this, I don't think I have empathy for men at all, as a matter of fact.
They don't.
Because here's the difference. As a man, I have to understand you to attract you. I got to come up to you the right way. I have to be charming. I have to be charismatic. I got to be able to tell you interesting stories. I got to be able to hold your attention for a while. I have to be interesting and have a bunch of witty responses and be able to be sexual enough so that you're attracted to me, but at the same time not be creepy. When I bring you back to my place, it needs to be clean. It needs to be in a certain manner. It needs to be decorated a certain way. I need to create a vibe, as some of you guys said earlier. I need the vibe. What is the vibe exactly? The vibe is making you feel comfortable enough so that I can sexually arouse you, right? To go be able to get what I want, intimacy-wise. So I would argue, men, if they want to be successful with women, have to understand women. But on the other hand, you guys don't have to understand us at all. You guys all have to understand what you want in the man, but you don't need to have to understand the man. And I would argue that's why so many of you guys are fucking single.
No.
Because you guys don't understand men. If you did,
women have to understand men.
Let me finish my point. If you did, more of you would be married, more of you would be in long-term relationships, more of you would have children. But most of you are not. Why? Because modern women don't give a fuck about modern men. They just care about what they want. And if the man doesn't have what they want, they leave. That's why women in general, more of them are single. We predict over 50% are going to be single in the next 10 years or so. Because women are more interested in what they want versus what the man wants. So I would argue, when it comes to intersexual dynamics and relationships, women lack empathy. Men, on the other hand, must understand empathy because we have to make you guys feel comfortable for us to hook up with you.
But women have to understand men to make them stay. Otherwise, they'll leave because...
Good one.
Good one.
Yeah.
But can most women make men stay?
No.
Actually, I would say that there are still couples that are successful, get married. Like, we haven't gone extinct.
That's a minority.
No. We haven't gone extinct
No.
as humans. So there's still people procreating, still in relationships.
In the United States, we have some of the lowest birth rates we've ever had. As a matter of fact, all the Western countries that are first world, English speaking especially, have declining birth rates.
They have declining birth rates.
It's the immigrants that have the higher birth rates, the Muslims that are coming in, etc. And what do you know about Muslims and people from the Middle East?
Where women are more submissive,
yes.
Where men are still the providers and
yes.
create an environment for the women to raise their children,
yes.
I guess. That's
those women understand men, but Western women don't.
Well, those women understand men, but in those cases, men don't understand the women because... I mean, maybe they were raised in an environment where it was normal to just be a mother as their whole identity. But some women have realized that just being a mother alone is not what will fulfill them in long term. Make them happy. Because, like, let's put it.
It is what makes them happy.
Not all of them.
Career does not fulfill women. It's a lie.
It does.
You really think so?
I think it does.
Explain to me why women's happiness has been dropping off since the 1970s. They've gained more careers, more money. Right? They have more liberation than ever before, but women are the most depressed they've ever been.
I don't think...
1 in 4 women is taking anti-anxiety medications, and that's been going up since the 1970s.
Women in the past were treated for things like hysteria, that was something classified like a mental illness that women supposedly had because they were depressed, like things like the baby blues after giving birth, something that was not taken into account. Women were unhappy and just didn't have the option to leave. That's the thing. Like, we can't take those numbers from the past because there was no option for divorce, or it was social.
Here's the difference. Men get into a family and suffer through it. Women get into a family and will leave if they're not happy.
Because their lives
Men
improve
leave,
when they have a woman, because they have someone to take care of them. Let's say, for example, a man gets married to a woman who understands him. She will make his life easier by cooking for him, cleaning for him, caring for him.
But he's got to go out and provide.
Yeah, he would have to do that regardless. If he were alone, he would have to work, or he would be homeless.
He would need to make as much because men need way less.
Of course, because he would have to impress his peers, because then he would be unsuccessful, and then he would be like a loser. Like if he just stayed like making average money, he would be a loser. He wants to make more money. He wants to make money for himself too, to fulfill himself, to be successful.
Men get fulfillment with career and accolades and status. Women don't.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Men get fulfillment from career regardless whether or not they have a family. So then why are women focusing
on career when that's not where they're going to be fulfilled? You're making the argument they will be fulfilled by career.
No. You just said that men wouldn't have to make as many resources, and I said men get fulfillment from their careers. So we agree on that point.
They do.
They would have to make money.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they have to make as much money as possible if they're single. A lot of the times they make that excess resource so that they can have a family.
Because they want to provide for their legacy. They want those children because they want to pass on those genes.
Yeah, when they have that family.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they didn't have the family.
Because his life improves with a woman because she's going to have his children. He wants to pass down those genes. It's biologically wired in him to pass down those genes. So he has to provide.
Still doesn't. Okay. We were on, because we just shifted everything. What I was saying was career does not fulfill women. And the whole argument started with, I don't think women are as empathetic as they tend to think that they are. They're not. So guys, quick word from our sponsor real fast. You know we don't mess around when it comes to leveling up, and that goes for your coffee too. If you're still drinking that sugary shit, you're already started your morning off wrong. 1775 Coffee's protein creamer is what real men use to start their day. 10 grams of whey protein per serving, designed to build muscle and boost metabolism. Most people are tossing whey protein into their coffee, but we took it a step further and made a creamer with whey protein already built in, no added sugar, just protein. They just dropped this protein creamer along with a whole new lineup. In addition to the classic dark and medium roast, you'll find new coffee pods and a brain-boosting mushroom blend that'll have you focus like a sniper locked in on CNN. Don't start your morning funding the woke mob and dumping garbage into your body. Do it right with 1775 Coffee. Use code FRESH to get 15% off. Guys, I'm drinking 1775 Coffee right now, man. We walk it like we talk it over here, guys. And they got one that has a protein blend, man. So definitely go show them support. Shout out to 1775 Coffee. Because women don't have to understand men to attract them, but men must understand women to attract them. Now, you can make the argument that women are more empathetic if they're married. Then yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
That's probably how they got the guy. But where are most American women nowadays? Not married.
Well,
and focusing on their career.
Well, I mean, nowadays with this economic crisis that we're going through, it's not like most men are in the capacity to provide for women and have them as stay-at-home wives. So women don't have another choice than to get careers because, like you said, most men don't make the income.
Not really. They just don't prioritize men.
No.
Men are like, they polled modern day women. I wrote about this in my book. Men were like in 7th place behind like traveling and hanging out with friends and having vacations and stuff like that.
Maybe because
their careers.
Maybe they didn't have the freedoms they now have and they want to make up for it. Why do you think some women...
But that doesn't change the fact that like men are not a priority to them at all. Modern women. They're like, he's like 6th or 7th on the list. So what incentive do modern women have to understand men if they're so bottom on the totem pole?
Do men make women happy?
Yes, I think a big component of a woman being fulfilled and happy is having a man and children with that man.
Then why are they so low on the list?
Because they've been brainwashed by feminism.
You tell us.
I don't think so.
They use the same exact talking points that you've mentioned. Career fulfills. It's you can. There's more to life. Family, children, and stuff like that. You're just being raised to be a mother. They literally have the same talking points that you have, the feminist talking points. But that's led them astray.
So you're saying that men don't care about traveling as long as they have. So they could leave the woman at home with the kids and they could travel the world alone.
I never said that.
No, so what is their list?
I said for women, that's what they prioritize.
Yeah, but so the argument here is that women should not prioritize other things, but prioritize their man and their children.
Yes.
Because that's the only thing that will fulfill them.
Because that is the predominant thing that will fulfill them. It's the primary thing.
But now with technology, we can delay those things.
Not really.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you could freeze your eggs.
Yeah.
But
get a surrogate.
But that's surrogate, that's crazy. That's not really your kid. And then freezing your eggs has a very low success rate and it's extremely expensive.
Well, if you prioritize your career, then I would hope you have the resources for that. The thing is,
But you still
it's
have
about,
a low probability of having the children. And then here's the other thing too. You still got to find a guy when you're older and your value isn't as high.
well, there's always going to be guys around. I mean, some
Not
people,
the men that you want are going to be left in.
That's not true. For example, I wouldn't care if my man was divorced and already had children. Like, I don't look at those things. So, like, for some women, that would disqualify them. But
Well-
if he's a good man,
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's for you. But I'm saying the man that has options is going to typically go with the younger, tighter, hotter girl if he can do it.
Yeah.
he will probably.
Yeah. So what does that do for older women?
Well, she will find someone who makes her happy in her reality.
Her reality.
But your own
Okay.
You're no
reality.
longer young anymore, so
Yeah.
therefore that's done. That's gone.
Yeah, but
He's just saying that our role is to be with men, be beautiful, and have kids, and that's sad.
But
It is
that's-
sad, but it's true.
But
It's
like,
the truth.
so what if he leaves? Like I had,
Sad
like
for who,
that's
though?
what I was saying. What if he leaves? Like you told me, because he's saying, oh, you need to just be a wife, be a mother, provide for that. So
Okay, well
what
then
if
we
he
can ask the
leaves?
question, what's the chances he's going to leave?
No, I'm just saying, what if?
What's the
high.
chances he's going to leave then?
Yeah. Well,
Fuck should I know? I don't
Okay,
know.
well I'll
It's
tell
very
you,
high.
it's somewhere around 30%.
But I'm saying like,
So the likelihood is slim.
Yours is way higher.